What up, y'all? So I was going to talk a little bit on the CP3 trade from Washington over to the Warriors. And it's kind of interesting. He went from going to be cut or waived by the Suns to being traded with twice within 48 hours to 72 hours. But ultimately, the whole trade where they sent Jordan Poole over to Washington and a couple of picks, and they end up getting CP3 back in return. I guess it kind of goes with Steve Kerr saying no more experiments, but for me, when it comes to fit, I don't know how it would really work out, because CP3 and his style of play, at least in this advanced age that he's in, doesn't really blend with the Warriors very much in regard, because they're like real full motion, all moving. Draymond's kind of the person who kind of runs the offense in the center when it comes to the playmaking, and then Clay and Steph are constantly always moving. So I mean, I guess in a way, if he's got a bunch of movers and screeners, I guess in terms he'd be able to rack up assists, but I just don't know whether or not I'd really see the fit panning out. But one thing I can say is him going to the Warriors, that's probably one of his best case scenarios of winning a ring. Now, do I really think the Warriors are going to get over the hump again? I don't know. They're like really, really small, and they're not really the full dynastic team that they were over the last several years. They've kind of finally just been very dangerous to play, but I don't look at them as title contenders really very much at all. I just don't really believe them that they can do it anymore. I think they need a new youth movement. I kind of really feel like they almost should have moved off of Clay. Even though Clay is a good player, I think the injuries that he had really did him in and did his career in. With Draymond, I don't know if they really should really resign him, because he's going to be demanding a lot of money, and I just don't really see him long term really being able to do much for the Warriors anymore to get to a title. Not unless they're able to fill out a bench a little more with some more veterans. But they also could turn around and trade CP3 again, or they trade Kuminga and Looney or somebody for another potential player. But for CP3, I think that was really one of his best case scenarios to winning a ring, behind maybe going to Philly or something like that. But he shouldn't be really that much of a starter anymore, or at least not high minutes. And that's the one benefit he'll have with the Warriors, is he's at least not going to be very high minute. He might be like more closer to the 25 mark. Maybe it'll keep him fresh. Maybe there'll be games where the Warriors just decide not even to play him, so he might be a little healthier come playoff time. But for me, it is interesting. I don't really like the fit, but I do think that was the best case scenario for Paul to possibly get his ring, because I think he'll wind up, like he usually does, ends up hurt, which is unfortunate. But I think this is the best way to really preserve him, kind of like what happened with the Spurs and Duncan in Duncan's twilight years, where Pop was really much more micromanaged of his minutes and really kept his minutes lower and lower as he got older, so that way he got more out of Duncan in the limited time he played. But let me know what y'all think. Maybe you think he's a good fit for him. Maybe you're kind of stumped on why the Warriors did it as well. But let Let me know what y'all think and have a great day. Later.